Hi, and welcome or welcome back to M1 Yarns and the Michigan Makers podcast. I'm your host, Jamie, and I'm the yarn dyer behind m1yarns.com. And I have to take a sip of a cocktail I just made. Cheers. It's been such a day, and honestly, it's been such a week. I thought it was Friday, and it's only Thursday. And I'm just having one of those days where like nothing is going right. I probably shouldn't even be recording because it's going to be like such a hot mess. I tried to get Daisy lay down. I tried to get her to lay outside the room so you wouldn't hear her huffing and puffing because she's back to doing that despite the new pain meds. But she's insisting. You're just going to pace around the room now? If you don't know, Daisy is my 13-year-old mutt who loves to kick the tripod. Anyway, she normally doesn't really want to be like right next to me, but when I podcast, she has to be right under my feet. It's so annoying to me. We're just going to dive right in because I don't know what the heck kind of episode this is shaping up to be. This was one of those days where I haven't left the house all day. I was in my pajamas until like noon because that's just how the morning was going. So it was a nice excuse to like kind of do my hair, put on a nice sweater. Let's talk about what I'm wearing. It is the week before St. Patty's Day. So the Irish in me feels like I should be wearing green, but I did not have that in mind when I picked this out. This is the and yes, these little holes are intentional. This is the Felix Pullover by Amy Christoffers. And I can never decide if I love the lace on the raglan or if I think it kind of looks like a moth ate my sweater, if I'm being really honest. It's not really my thing. I just never know how to style it. That's it. But this yarn is my own hand-dyed yarn. In the colorway Green Olives on both, I want to say it was actually worsted weight, but I don't regularly dye that weight anymore. But I have this in DK, and then I also held it with a strand of mohair, also in Green Olives. Sorry, I have to swipe an alert off the screen. Only for another one to pop up. Only for another one to pop up. What are the odds? I told you this episode is going to be Hot Mess Express. And that is why I started to tell you that I needed a cocktail, which sounds like a really unhealthy thing. But you know when you just need something to take the edge off your nerves because you're so frazzled. So, the last time we spoke, I was in Traverse City. I think I recorded that episode the first day that I was up there. I had such a good time. The local knitting guild invited me to a knit night one night. I went snowboarding and did not break a thing, but felt like I'd been in 100 car accidents. I went and saw the venue where Fresh Coast Fiber Festival is going to be. And sorry, it's like the lighting is terrible. My ring light died. Just realized it right as I set up. The sun is doing its like March thing. And my overhead light is in the process of dying. I bought a new light and I'm waiting on my husband to install it. This is just like par for the course. This episode should really just be called Hot Mess Express. Anyway, trip back to Traverse City. I saw the venue where Fresh Coast Fiber Festival is going to be. I went back again. I've been several times. But I wanted to get my eyes on a few things. I did a little festival planning while I was up there. And since I've been back, I have been such a busy bee. Tickets went on sale for the festival. They're now available on the website. Tickets also went on sale and sold out the same day for a Friday night kickoff event, which I don't think I ever even got a chance to tell you guys the whole details. If you did not get a ticket, I'm so sorry. The venue for that Friday night event is rather intimate, and due to fire code, I could only sell so many tickets, and it is what it is. But Toni Lipsey of TL Yarn Crafts is our guest of honor at the Friday night event, and I'm going to have the pleasure of interviewing her. So if you're going to be attending and you have some questions that you would like asked during the interview, drop a comment below. Also, show notes below before I forget to tell you that. And then Toni is also going to be at the Fiber Festival on Saturday from 12 to 2, signing her book. I actually have it. I don't know where my copy is at the moment. It's called the Tunisian Crochet Handbook. If I'm not missing anything. That sounds right. I updated the website for the festival with a ton of stuff. And if you had looked at the website, especially the mobile version, because I forgot when I started building this website last summer, when you build a website, especially on Wix, everything that you put, like you work on the desktop version and then it gets translated into the mobile version. Well, you have to double check on the mobile version to make sure things are configured in a smooth, logical way. And I kept forgetting, and things were not working, but I got it fixed. Many, many hours of building a website later. So funny story, I just got interviewed for the venue where the festival is going to be at is Howe Arena, HOWE, at the Grand Traverse Civic Center. And the Civic Center has a newsletter that they publish. So they asked to interview me all about the festival and why I chose this venue and this sort of thing. I think the article comes out next week. So when it does, I'll have to add it to the I'll post it somewhere. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Anyway, they asked me what has been the most challenging part about planning this fiber festival, and honestly, this sounds crazy, and I can't even believe I'm saying this, but building the website. And nowadays they make, they have all these apps for building websites for people like me who are not IT savvy, and regardless, it has been a challenge. That's been the hardest thing. Everything else has been flowing like music. I mean, just amazingly smooth. So let's talk about the knitting. I have a finished object. I just finished this technically last night because I wove in the ends last night, but I had finished knitting it the night before. This is the Dopio by let me look it up because I can't remember. Because my brain these days is like shot. If it's not on a list and Siri's not reminding me, it's not happening. Let me just look at my iPad. Sung-hee Hong, whose Instagram or brand, whatever, is Sung-hee Knits. This is what her sample looks like. So this is, I've been wanting to knit this for a while. This is 3 strands held together. And 2 of the strands are new yarn bases in my shop. One is a fingering weight woolen spun called Mountain Mama. One is a fingering weight llama called No Problema. And one is a strand of mohair. And I'll insert a photo here. The mohair is the kind of like sandy color. The llama is the darker turquoise, and the woolen spun is the lighter blue. I have not blocked this yet. I am in love with it. I tried it on today, and even unblocked, it is perfection. So next week, I'm doing a photo shoot for some headshots for festival, like marketing material. I'm going to wear the sweatshirt with the logo on it. And I also, of course, wanted some Knitalicious photos. And I had already cast this on, and I thought to myself, you know what? The turquoise is kind of on brand. So I would like to wear this. And that's why I had been hustling to finish it. And it's finished. And I'm so excited. Also, I'm hoping I can still wear it a few times. And of course, now I'm look at this. This is the front, right? This happens every time. Right when I finish knitting something, I see a mistake. Do you see it? Right there. Wow. Are you kidding me? This really is the Hot Mess Express. I can't even tell what I did. Oh no. Okay, that's going to require a little fudging. We're just going to pretend that's just between us. So that's what I've been knitting. But now that I have that done, I didn't even tell you at the top of this that this is a mostly knitting podcast. But if you haven't figured that out by now, there you go. Now that I finished that, I can get to some other things. Primarily, my early bloom sweater by Heidi. Where's my iPad? Heidi. I don't want to butcher her name. I'm butchering everybody's name today. Kermeijer, early bloomer. This is the sample. I wanted this as a sample of 2 new colorways in the shop. I tried like steam blocking this today. I put half the stitches on a cord just so you can kind of get a better sense of how it looks. So the red is a new colorway in the shop called Cherry Capital, and the beigey neutral is called Oatmeal. And I'm a little over halfway through the yoke, through the color work. I'm enjoying it. Yeah. So it's nice to get it on the cord and steam block it and kind of let it all open up a bit and see what it looks like. So that's been great. So hopefully I'll have that done for my couple upcoming festivals where I'm vending. Ann Arbor Fiber Expo is at the very end of March in Ann Arbor, Michigan. And then YarnCon in Chicago is a couple weeks later. So if you're attending either of those, I hope to see you there. Do you want to know what's in here? Bourbon, lemon juice, pomegranate juice. And it's supposed to be maple syrup, but I used agave instead. Just less, because you know agave is so strong. Shake it over ice, and voila. Okay, so that's that. I have not touched my, what is this? This is a petite knit cardigan called the, oh my god, my brain, guys. I haven't touched this since we last spoke, I'm pretty sure. If I have, it's maybe a row or two. This is also that Cherry Capital colorway, but it's on a, like a yarn. There, I'm just trying to get it to focus. This yarn, see how it has like that barber pole? That's just how it dyes up. So I'm hoping to have this done in time for the Fresh Coast Fiber Festival, because I want to wear this for the Friday night event. Fingers crossed. It's on a size, well, I'm knitting it on a size 5 needle. I think the pattern is a 7. But I'm a loose knitter. So that is the Eva cardigan. And I'll show you what the sample looks like. Sorry you're getting a ton of glare. Ugh, the lighting is atrocious. I'm so sorry, guys. If you are here for this Hot Mess Express, I really appreciate it. I have not been doing much spinning lately. To be honest, I've been spinning this undyed fiber from a fleece that I got at Rhinebeck, and I've not enjoyed it. The fleece was terrible. It's all shortcuts. I didn't know what I was buying. It was like early in my spinning journey, and I've been so not enjoying it, I haven't wanted to spin. So I thought the other day, you know what? Spinning is supposed to be all fun, no work, just basically play. And so I should go digging in my stash of fiber for something fun. And I remembered I have 3 of these braids from Kira Wiggins. And I bought one of these at, what was it called? Wool and Folk, the year that it was the rain disaster. I bought this from her. She was upstairs, and her booth was such a lovely respite from the mess that was downstairs. I bought one from her then, could not decide what I wanted to make with it, but then I realized it was so beautiful I wanted to make a sweater, like a color work, and this would be, I don't know, but I knew I needed more. So last year she was vending at YarnCon, as was I, and I asked her if she had more, and she did not have it with her. She said, it's on my website, go and order it. So I ordered 2 more, and this is called Red Wine Supernova, like the song by, can't think of the name. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So this is 100 grams. It's Corriedale, Merino, Stellina, and recycled sari silk. Look how beautiful that is. I'm so excited to start spinning this. So I wanted to show it to you completely unspun before I started. So that's reigniting my, sorry, I had an itchy nose. Reigniting my joy for spinning. Let's see what else I have to show you guys. This is Michigan grown, Michigan milled, and dyed by me fiber. And this is a colorway I created called Fresh Coast Fun. It's based on the colors in the logo of Fresh Coast Fiber Festival. And I wanted to design something fun with this. So I designed a little kerchief. I don't know if I showed you guys this a few months ago when I initially knit it. I have my design notes all written out, not yet typed up, but I plan to do that maybe this weekend. And then I'm going to knit, like I kind of like it big and crazy like this, but I also want to knit a smaller version. So one that would maybe come down to here, not so much flop happening. This is good if you're going to wear it like with a coat, so it can be like bundled into your jacket, or maybe you don't like things around your neck, so like loose, you could kind of do it like this, so then it stands like that. Maybe I should make this the thumbnail. Anyway, the tassels are optional. I thought they were fun. But anyway, I'm going to write a mini version of this. I'm going to knit and write. So this should come out soon. So I just don't know what to call this. If you have any ideas for the pattern name, let me know. But I might wear this for the photo shoot next week too. I do kind of like it like that. That's interesting. All right, this is Style Your Knits with Jamie. So that should be a quick knit and a quick pattern write-up because I already have really good notes. The only other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, my hair is out of control today, so sorry. I think, oh, that's the wrong project bag. That's just some leftover yarn. Goodness gracious. Daisy, can you lay down without kicking the tripod? Lay down. So about a month ago, I cast on I'm gonna look up the name of this to make sure I'm not telling you wrong. Shiftalong, which is an Andrea Mowery pattern. Lay down, Daisy, lay down. I cast it on using some leftover of my yarn, along with a skein of Primrose Yarn Co. that I bought at Rhinebeck last year. And I got this far. I put it down. I picked it back up last week thinking, oh, it'd be nice to hurry up and finish this before the weather turns to like summer, basically overnight. And I realized I totally goofed. Now that I'm looking at the pattern, I'm like, did I? It's very hard to see. These blips, see how they're like, these are smaller than these? You're supposed to repeat these like 4 times before you do these, but I read the pattern incorrectly and I did this and then this. So I've got to rip back like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I don't know, probably between 4 and 6 rows, which is no big deal, and restart it. And you know, that's just discouraging. Like, let's be honest, no matter how good of a knitter you are, it can really knock the wind out of your sails when you realize you goofed. And part of it is that momentum. And part of that was why I wanted to knit monogamously this year. And I just found that to be really boring. So I think what I need to do is some sort of like, instead of being monogamous or having lots of projects, I need to like have 3 projects, let's say. And every project gets 2 days of the week. So like project A on Monday, project B on Tuesday, project C on Wednesday, and then pick back up on A. And that way you're never gone from your project all that long. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of that time when you put it in the project bag and you forget what you did, that's where things go off the deep end. So, yeah, I don't know if this is going to be done in time to enjoy this spring, but worst case, it'll be ready to be enjoyed in the fall, which I'm such a proponent of. Like, you should be knitting a sweater in the summer, because then you can knit the sweater all summer long, and the moment the weather turns, you're like, I'm ready to wear it. Let's go. We should be knitting tank tops and t-shirts in the winter, or right now. So, I don't know that I really have anything else to tell you guys. To be honest, I am drowning in yarn. I've been dyeing so much yarn to get ready for festival season. Like, my house is covered in yarn, like baskets and buckets and tables full of skeins that need to be labeled, and it's a little overwhelming. And I'm trying not to like overdo it on any day. You can only do what you can do, right? So I'm trying to balance work with, you know, all the good things like taking the dogs for a walk and getting plenty of sleep and all that good stuff. So the dog has decided to sleep. This is a miracle. So we started off a hot mess, but we're going to end on a peaceful note. So thanks for joining me. I really don't think I have anything else to share with you, but yes, Fresh Coast Fiber Festival is May 30th and 31st in Traverse City, Michigan, and I'm so over the moon excited for it. I mean, it's really come together. So thank you to everyone who has supported it, and I hope to see you there. Until next time, I hope your knitting and crochet and spinning is not the hot mess express that mine is these days, but it's been fun chatting. And until next time, bye.